Hi, I'm Ben McClintock, the co-founder of Defending Utah at defendingutah.org. Hopefully you've seen our first two videos in this series about why government mandates are controversial and why governors can't make laws. It has gone so well beyond any reasonable doubt that government representatives are acting outside of their constitutionally delegated authority and are violating the principle of separation of powers that is so fundamental to how our country was set up. What's supposed to happen in our system of government is each branch of government is a jealous guardian of their authority. They will do all they can to make sure the other branches do not attempt to steal the authority from them. However, what we are actually witnessing is the different branches willingly ceding power to the other branches, with the legislature actually writing laws, unlawfully attempting to give the executive branch legislative powers, while the judicial branch is throwing hurdles in the way to make it harder for the public to challenge these illegal actions of power swapping, leaving the average person wondering what, if anything, can be done. Let's consider some stories from our nation's history that will teach us what has been done in the past. In 1809, Congress passed an embargo against ships in ports of the United States. Connecticut, remembering the words of James Madison, that there was no higher authority than the states to decide if a law passed by Congress was constitutional or not, passed a resolution stating they would not consent to this act of Congress. The Connecticut legislature stated, quote, that to preserve the Union and support the Constitution of the United States, it becomes the duty of the legislatures of the states vigilantly to watch over and vigorously to maintain the powers not delegated to the United States, but to the states respectively, or to the people. Due regard to this duty, meaning preserving the Union, will not permit this assembly to assist the aforesaid unconstitutional act. End of quote. And just a few years previous to that, Kentucky, under the leadership of Thomas Jefferson, proclaimed, quote, the several states who formed that instrument, meaning the Constitution, being sovereign and independent, have the unquestionable right to judge of its infraction, and that a nullification by those sovereignties of all unauthorized acts done under color of that instrument is the rightful remedy. The founders clearly taught it was our duty to vigorously watch over the branches of the general government to ensure that they were not violating the Constitution, and that if we found out they had, it was our duty, if we are to preserve the Union, to nullify, which is to annul, to make void, to render invalid, to deprive of legal force or efficacy those actions. In 1830, Georgia nullified illegal rulings of the Supreme Court by passing laws to hang anyone attempting to implement the edicts of the court. In the 1950s, Rosa Parks nullified laws telling her where she could or could not sit on a public bus. In the 2000s, 21 states actually together nullified a national ID card scheme passed by Congress. After Obamacare passed, multiple states nullified the individual mandate. Today, the people must stand up for the Constitution by refusing to comply with a government that threatens the Union with its illegal mandates telling you how to worship, who you can gather with, what medical treatment you must have, and what kind of face diaper you must wear to get food for your family. You and I must follow the admonition of the Founding Fathers and nullify, annul, make void, render invalid, to deprive of legal force or efficacy these illegal mandates. By ourselves, it can be difficult to stand up. This is why we are encouraging you to join with us at Defending Utah so we can stand together, defend our neighbors, and join with our neighbors to defend our own rights. Together, we are having an impact, opening businesses, restoring parental rights, and putting the government on notice. We would be wise to remember Edmund Burke's statement, when bad men combine, the good must associate, else they will fall one by one in unpitied sacrifice in a contemptible struggle. Become a member of Defending Utah. join with us today.